Hey there, and welcome back to the TerraVision Home Video Podcast. We are live this week. This is not pre-recorded. We are here in the flesh, ready to go. You may have seen a teaser posted for this week, and we're going to be covering all about that tonight. But first, Brad, what's going on? How's your stress level been this week?
All-time high, Ryan. All-time high.
It's been I don't really want to say rough, but it's been a very busy time behind the scenes, eh?
Yeah, I mean, just with the 13 weeks in general, and obviously things that we've announced, and then stuff that's in the future. And I mean, we're still like signing movies, doing deals, shipping material, scanning
Filming
material. So
special
like,
features.
yeah, I mean, it's just like there's a million things every single day. So, in this case, it was a little bit different because we're kind of building this was a new label, so it's not just like an announcement where one title where you can just post about it and talk about it. There's
Right.
just a lot of behind the scenes stuff of creating the art, the logo, getting all that stuff created, and being I was very particular about this one in general. So this one took a while, and we've been kind of prepping for it all week. So I'm pretty excited about it.
Lots to discuss on that, but first, let's catch up on the last couple weeks. And even before that, I know that we've been getting a lot of questions about some of our pre-orders that were announced a while ago. So Arbor Day, Invader, Sledgehammer, what are we doing on that front?
So we have, as I was told, full steam ahead, and they should arrive very, very soon to the warehouse, all three of them. So when they land, well, obviously, you'll see people make a post that their shipping status has popped up, that clubbers are getting it. So those three will go out together, which is pretty cool. So you'll have those are three deluxe sets. So you have quite a bit of content between booklets and movie and extras on those, especially on Sledgehammer, because there's way too many extras on Sledgehammer.
Yeah, I mean, not too many extras. This is the kind of release I love. This is the kind of release that all the cool kids are calling stacked.
It has 4 commentaries, Ryan. 4. But
Okay, that might be too much.
I will say that we have a release coming out. I mean, we've already announced that we're doing Melvin. Melvin Goes to Dinner. I think Melvin Goes to Dinner has 6 or 7 commentaries.
And then there's another release that is not in the immediate future, but you got one that you're working on that doesn't it have like 40 hours of stuff that we have to comb through to edit down to put on the discs?
Yeah, it has roughly 40 hours of behind the scenes footage, maybe even more. It's between dailies that we have raw footage, we have audition tapes, we have everything, and they're very important based on what the movie is.
Yeah.
So I have no idea when we'll get to that, because I don't even think we've started breaking down the extras for that, because it was just all delivered to us, and I don't even know where to start. Like,
If we
someone has
wanted
to
to,
watch it all.
that release could literally be like 4 discs without
Yeah,
anything even newly produced. Literally just archival stuff could fill up 3 or 4 discs.
yeah. I'm glad I'm not gonna edit that stuff. Some poor sap like Rock will have to watch 40 hours of extra content and just pick apart like what's worth it. I mean, because no one's gonna watch
No.
40 hours of behind the scenes stuff. We just have to pick the funny stuff, that sort of thing.
Yep.
So, but yeah, and then we have another release for 13 weeks that has quite a bit of content on it as far as extras. It has I don't even know how many short films. I mean, there's probably maybe 15 short films on the disc. And they've all been scanned and restored from the camera negatives, which was a huge a huge undertaking and a long process because it's all like a lot of 8mm and 16mm stuff. So yeah, it's going to be it's a big release too, as far as like content wise, not so much the movie. I mean, I think the movie's pretty cool. We've done some really neat things with it as far as like getting material and something that was somewhat known to be lost, but we found, which is pretty neat. So yeah, very excited about that.
Me too. Lots of fun stuff to talk about in the near future, but we got to talk about the last couple weeks too. I mean, week number one, Student Bodies made a pretty big splash. How's sales going on that?
Student Bodies was pretty well received. I hope people dive more into it because I know obviously it's been on Blu-ray twice here in the U.S., but they've all been bare bones discs. So we worked really hard on that release. So please, just for my own selfish reasons, please buy it because it was a kind of a dream to work on too. But yeah, Student Bodies, just pick it up. It's funny too if you like horror comedies. So
And then, of
horror,
course,
horror slashers
for
comedies.
you, the big news from that first week, uh, Death by Dialogue coming out. I mean, I know a lot of people were excited about this, remembering what that VHS art was like. I'm stoked to be able to hold this disc in hand finally. Yeah, it's seen a pretty good response too. I've seen a lot of people excited about this one.
Yeah, I think more and more people are getting excited about the City Lights stuff. So yeah, this was the fourth title. It's doing pretty well, and people are picking up the past City Lights titles too, like Hollow Gate and Newly Dead's Dance or Die. Um, so yeah, this is the fourth one, and we have I forget how many, 10 more, maybe 10 more to go. But some
Maybe
of
that
them will
bonus
be,
11th disc,
yeah, who knows? What is it, Tony Bennett or something? Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, right?
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, we have a couple of them will be double features,
Yeah.
like L.A. Crackdown 1 and 2 will of course be together, and I'm putting together two other ones that are I think Payback and Contra Conspiracy. I'm going to put together just because they're a little bit lesser known
Makes sense.
titles, but yeah.
Well, one that I think is about to get a shit ton of recognition, just announced last week, Hide and Go Shriek. For the packaging fans, I got to be honest, this newly designed slipcase, fucking beautiful. Like
The white,
seeing
yeah.
that white background, and it's a play on one of the original posters. I think it's really clever design. It's gonna look beautiful. Once again, we got the laser disc rip on there. We got uncut Hide and Go Shriek for the first time in HD. Yeah, this is a pretty big deal release. Stoked on this one.
Yeah, I've a movie that I grew up with and was too scared to rent because of the tattoo foot, like I said before.
Yeah.
Um, and
I don't know if you saw. Did you see? I put the pictures of the posters from the two films that you referenced on the tattoo things in our video last week.
oh no, I didn't see it, but that is funny. And like what Pray for the Chameleon was
Yep.
another one. What was funny is I saw someone talking about that movie recently, and I was like, guarantee you listen to this show to talk about Pray for the Chameleon. I've never heard anybody talk about that movie at all. But yeah, Hide and Go Shriek, a lot of fun. It's got a big, chunky making of, and we have some behind the scenes stills that are cool, booklet, whole shebang. Just wish it had the soundtrack, but
Yeah.
music's gone, music's lost. So, but yeah, it's still a great release.
Well, controversy from last week in comments across all of social media that you would deign to put out a mystery title, Brad. You were you're messing with the people. Why would we ever do that?
Like I said, it's the customer did it themselves. You got way too many mystery boxes for us not to want to do a mystery title. Like the mystery boxes do incredibly well at conventions and online, and yeah, we just wanted to do something fun, and it'll have a little bit more to it than just a movie, if that helps anybody. Um, that's all I'll say. But it's just a cheap it's just a cheap thing. Even if you don't like it, which maybe a lot of people won't. Just sell it. You'll make your money back. Guaranteed. Guaranteed.
I'm going to speak on behalf of it. I think most people are going to like this one. I think it is
Oh
worth
no,
it.
I mean I enjoy it too. It's just I know how most of the people that are like the non like I think a lot of like non TerraVision people like
Yeah,
paid attention to this too. And those people that aren't familiar with their catalog are gonna be like, what is going on?
right.
Um
And I think I lost you again. Oh, now you're back.
I'm back, baby. Yeah, it keeps circling on your side.
I'm fine. I am
Oh,
connected to fiber internet. This is
my-
all Florida phone's reception.
I mean, we do have a hurricane out there somewhere, so
That's
it's
always the case.
900 miles wide, so no big deal.
But enough about my mom. We got a lot going on this week. Everybody's talking about what Death Nerve video is. We've seen a bunch of guesses in the Discord specifically. I'll call that out. Lots of people interacting, throwing out wild guesses. So many people just eager for a Goofy movie. Absolutely something
Wait,
that
all the Goofy movie stuff? I started that. I apologize.
it's so
Um,
funny.
yeah, I apologize for the Goofy movie thing. I don't think I'll ever live that down. But Death
No,
Nerve
no.
is definitely not a Goofy movie.
Well, I mean, we do know now, well, I guess public knowledge now that we are making this a sub-label, and that is something that could ruffle some feathers for somebody, and I can't wait to hear you calm them down. Why does TerraVision need another sub-label?
So the idea behind the sub label is one, we kind of wanted to do it for fun. But also, we have a group of movies that kind of we wanted to do something special as far as kind of like packaging and how these things are presented, and it would look weird on a shelf. It was spotty where these things kind of have the same look,
Yeah.
um, and you know, it's selfishly, again, it's partially me doing it because it's like something I really wanted to do in and important part is no matter how many sub labels we have, no matter how many partner labels we have, these titles are not automatically in your TerraVision subscription, but you
Right.
can add them for a spot in your subscription, so you don't pay anything for it. You just do the little add-on drop-down thing to include it in your sub, or you cannot take the spot in your sub and purchase it at discount through the wholesale, and then
Brad, I
so
will let you
there.
know if you can hear me, the Florida hurricane is attacking you a lot.
Really?
Yeah, you've gone twice in the last minute. You froze.
Oh, wow. I don't understand. It feels like everything's good on my end.
Well,
Must be.
carry on.
But well. So, anyways, did what part didn't you hear?
A lot of that, but sub labels. The big thing is the takeaway is they can all be added to your subscription, no matter how many
Right.
partner labels, no matter if it's Gray Face, Death Nerve Video. If there ever is another sub label, you can have that take a spot in your subscription through TerraVision,
Yeah.
which personally one of the best deals going on out there in boutique physical media.
Yeah, and or like I said, buy it. Don't take a spot. Buy it at discount or buy it at full price. So
And it's a great deal. I mean, you can take a sub spot, you can go to get it wholesale in the clubhouse. But now, Death Nerve Video. It's the
yeah.
moment everybody's been waiting on. What is Death Nerve Video?
So Death Nerve Video is going to be a sub label dedicated to Giallo, Neo Giallo, Giallo adjacent, and Giallo influenced films. And it will just be just that. And it has its own unique packaging, not packaging, I shouldn't say packaging, I should say kind of artwork, which we'll get into. So that's the main focus. And these will be from films ranging from the olden days of Giallo to recent.
Yep.
Obviously, with Gialli, it was at its height during the 70s and early 80s, and then around kind of like the mid 90s, it started declining a little bit. Even like that's even an understatement. We were getting almost nothing around that
Right.
time. Even Giallo influenced films, they just weren't there. So by the end of the 90s, we basically had almost none. Argento was trying to pump out a couple here or there, but for the most part, some of this stuff just like you would maybe get one or two films a year, if that.
Right.
And then that's it. But what was cool is probably around, say, the early, like around maybe 2005, 2006, especially like towards the end, like 2008, 2009, we started getting more of these because
Right.
people were consuming, like even people that are my age that are filmmakers were greatly inspired by this. So we've had like really great films like Amir and Barbarian Sound.
It's a big one.
It's kind of bumped the whole genre up again a little bit. Not still where it's huge or anything,
Yeah.
but there's still people that are making these films. So yeah, like I said, those newer things are like neo giallo is what we call them, and you do have stuff that's inspired by giallo, like Barbarian Sound Studio. Obviously, they're making a giallo in the film, but but even the film is designed to be like that. And yeah, that's that.
Those damn hurricanes every single time. That was a long one.
We back.
Now you're back.
I hear. So if I stall, just say something because I hear you immediately.
Okay.
There's no like delay on my end. I don't know what's going on. So anyways, like I said, it's gonna encompass basically all of those decades of Giallo inspired, Giallo influenced type stuff. Nothing's gonna be weird on the label. We're not gonna try to fucking shoehorn something in. It's
Right.
we'll have great reason why it's on there, but nothing's gonna be extreme. Like we're not gonna put some movie just like I said, just be like it's a giallo. No, it's that's not how it's going to be. This is very particular.
And you're frozen again, by the way. But I'll just speak for a second since they can't hear you. But yeah, one of the things that was mentioned in the Discord as one of the clues is nothing that TerrorVision put out previously is something like what will be on this sub label. And now that you know what it is, that is quite obvious. There's not another film that we have released ever that would have fit on this line at all.
Right, yeah, there's nothing in the TerrorVision line that would even remotely be on there or
Right.
even a chance. So that's and we've been holding some of these back. So right now, we have I think around 8 or 9 that are signed to the label. And depending on how this does, basically will change the frequency of how these are put out. Right now, we'll probably just do quarterly, but if you guys hammer down these sales on this first one, then we'll have number 2, which is locked and loaded. It can be out. It can be out this year. Make it happen, people.
We've talked about this before. There's some sub genres that we have released stuff through TerrorVision that have not done particularly well, that people like you and I and even Ryan love some of them, and we want to do more of them, but because they don't sell well, it's like, why would we do that? Why would we put a ton of money into releasing something if it's not going to sell well? An example is the Pink films. We put out one earlier this year that a lot of people have got and very positively received, but has not sold particularly well. So if Giallo or Neo Giallo is something that you're into, this is one of those things where you got to speak with your wallet, and that's not to pressure people into sales necessarily, but it's to prove that it's cost effective for the company.
Yeah, and these things cost, a lot of money sometimes. So yeah, you're going to get kind of a plethora of these films from different countries. It's not all. I mean, our first title isn't even Italian; it's French. So there's Mexican giallos. There's giallos from Argentina.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like it's a kind of a broad spectrum of the capabilities. So yeah, even some like Hong Kong stuff too could be in there, which there's not a ton, but there's still a good amount. But yeah, I'm excited about it, and if it does well, then obviously we can sign more because I have the ability to get more. I just don't want to overdo it. when if something bombs miserably, it's kind of
Right.
hard to continue to do the movies on the label. So anyways,
I do want to say right before we reveal this, we're going to show the trailer for the film that is dropping today. Wanted to give a shout out. If you're in the Discord, shout out to VA Werewolf, who we'll talk in just a moment after we reveal this title. But holy shit, that was incredible.
it was a good job.
Are we ready for the trailer, sir?
Yeah, do it.
Here we go.
Oui, bonjour, c'est Sylvain Tarnier, le programmateur de l'Empire. Mais qu'est-ce que vous racontez? Non, le cinéma ferme pas, non?
C'est une belle salle.
Ah oui, mais c'est plus rentable.
Pour lui, il y a plus fort. Plus fort que l'amour, plus fort que la vie. Le spectacle. Et pour le spectacle, il est prêt à tout sacrifier.
Le cinéma, tu passes ta vie. Pour une fois, tu peux bien l'abandonner un peu.
Princesse de la rue, sois la bienvenue dans mon cœur blessé.
Au moins 100 ans que je suis pas venu ici.
Les escaliers de la butte sont durs aux miséreux.
C'est une très belle copie. Les couleurs d'origine ont été restaurées.
Mais voilà qu'il flotte, la lune se trotte, la princesse aussi. Sous le ciel sans lune, je pleure à la brume.
J'ai tout de suite vu que t'étais généreux. Tes yeux ne trompent pas.
So yesterday in the Discord, VA Werewolf nailed what the sublabel is going to be, nailed what the first title was going to be, used all the clues. He did some very, very incredible research and just nailed it. Tell us about the last screening, Brad.
Yeah, so as I said, this was a movie. Oh yeah, I should probably make it live, shouldn't I?
Well, let's show the cover while you talk about it then, because man, this is going to be a big point of discussion. Here is the slip cover for the last screening on Death Nerve Video Spy #1.
Yeah, I am very proud of what came out of this. There's a lot to say, so I'll try to be as quick as I can because I know I talk a little too much sometimes. I saw this film back in 2011 at Fantastic Fest, and it blew me away. I quickly became obsessed with this because this is one of those films that was, they were doing a giallo, but recent, which I really wanted to see the genre take off again, because we started getting films around this time like this, and that was huge. But what's also really cool about this movie is that it was shot on film as well.
Right.
So as you can see, we scanned the original 35 millimeter negative for this. So it was shot on film, but also it's so unique because there's no soundtrack or score to the movie, unless there's music that's happening, like they're watching French Can, in the film, and you hear like the audio from that. But it's such a unique way to tell a story because it has a lot of slasher vibes, but obviously heavy into giallo. And I adore this movie. I've been after this movie for so long. I was emailing people like Magnet releasing at the time, telling them about this movie and trying to get them to like acquire it, because I thought it was, it'd be perfect for US audiences. And that's the thing, is the other part of this is the first time this has been released in the United States
At all.
Yeah, so this has never been on streaming, never anything like that. It's just had a DVD in France. I think that's it. I don't think it's made it anywhere else on any other format. When we did the restoration, we did the scan and the restoration like 2 years ago. And I know that they took that and they put it on, like, I think French television over there for like syndicated broadcast, because the director approved everything. Sadly, it was really heartbreaking. The director passed during all of this. We never got an interview with him, which breaks my heart a little bit, because he very much championed what I was trying to do. And actually, I think he's the one that made all this happen, because it was like, I want my movie to be seen. And also, like, if you know the movie, if you've seen it, it's about dying cinema. It's about this guy who runs this theater, this dying theater, only showing movies on film. And that pours over into what this movie is and the genre itself. Like, it's very cool of like how these two things meet in the middle. That's why I think it's such a unique movie. But if you like slashers, if you like giallo, this is 100% for you. It's very lean, and it's very, very mean. It's bloody. It's great. It's got great performances, and it's so well crafted because there's no fucking music. There's no score. There's no nothing. It's just eerie silence, and it's so good. And I'm very proud of what this film looks like. We did a very we're very meticulous about where it was scanned and the restoration, getting that approved. And then we had, a very cool line of special features. This is my first, I hope you enjoy it. It's my first solo commentary ever. I've done like 100 commentaries in my life, but I've never done one by myself. So I did a commentary for this. There we did interview with three people, producer, actor, and one of the actors. Noel plays one of the older gentlemen that goes to the theater quite a bit, that he talks to. There's a video essay on the French kind of new wave of horror, audio essay. Then we have some raw footage from like the set, and then we have an archival interview that was on the DVD with the lead, Pascal Servo. But yeah, this thing is made because of the love of these 70s and 80s giallo films, and that's what the director wanted to do, but also put his own spin on it. This is why these things are kind of like called neo giallos, because they are trying something a little bit newer. Obviously, having a giallo without a score is like, what? Like, that's one of the best things about these movies, and this one doesn't have one. But it, like, the visuals are the music. Like, you're watching. I saw you do show the screenshots. It's almost like like every frame is an art piece.
Yeah.
It's so wonderfully lit and photographed. It's just a beautiful, beautiful movie. So yeah, and then the big thing I want to give a shout out to Chris Escobar, who did the Death Nerve video logo, which I didn't know what I wanted it to look like. And he just turned in a bunch of cool different things. And I saw that skull, and I was like, oh my God. This doesn't represent giallo, but this is too cool of a logo to pass up. So Escobar did that, and then when it came to the kind of the cover and then the slip cover, I told Earl I don't want to copy what's already been done, but I want to go back to these original pulp giallo books that were popular in the 50s and 60s. That what kickstarted all of this. Let's go back to the roots. So I sent him some of these books, and he just nailed it. We got the little price tag there that you see is on the spine for the number on ours. We have the circle with the images and our director's name up top. And so that said, all of these in this line are going to look like this. They will have the same text. They'll have the same style.
And you're frozen.
I will wait.
Now you're back, but we went a long time that time. That was nice.
Hey, look at that. Storm's moving along. So the images in the center, of course, will be replaced. The text will be replaced, but the font will be.
And you're frozen again. And still frozen.
Now
you're back.
You can yell at the fucking hurricane, man. It's been bad weather all day here. So yeah, the text will be the same on the slips, but the wrap will have the unique text, which is shown in here. And then I believe we're doing. Can you go to the back of this?
I can on the site. 1 second.
Yeah. So the only other thing that will be different is that in the left-hand corner there, that's a knife. That's basically from the film. So every film will have its own unique little sticker that represents kind of the murder weapon or a specific thing in the movie. So they'll all look like that, which I'm very excited about. So they'll look like books, I guess. And this is the first title in this whole thing that I'm trying to do. And like I said, we have about 8 or 9 other titles. A lot of them will be first time. We have one that's I don't think it's ever been released outside of its home country. It's from the 90s. I think it's only been on DVD with no subtitles, which I'm very excited about. Yeah, so we have a bunch of cool shit that I'm very, very happy to do and give these films a good release. There's so far, I think there's only going to be one movie that's had a Blu-ray, but I believe we're doing a UHD on it.
Right.
And it's another cut. It's a different cut of the movie. It's what the director really wanted. So we're going to be presenting that for the first time. And this also will be a record side too. Death Nerve will have a record side, and we'll probably put out some soundtracks that are not part basically of the catalog of the movies, but they'll have their own soundtracks of stuff that we want to do too. So it kind of goes both ways. Very much like how the record label and television work now.
One of the clues you gave before this, leading up all week, was that this was 14 years in the making. And for those that didn't see, this is a film from 2011, even though it very much looks like it easily could have come out in like 1984. But other than that, this is one you have loved for a long time too, right?
Yeah. I've like I said, I saw this at Fantastic Fest and I was obsessed with it, and getting this title alone was really, really tough.
Yeah.
And just being able to do it. So and the thing is like, if you took out the cars in the movie, because you see vehicles, if you took out the cars and you didn't know that, you would never know what year this, you wouldn't be able to guess, I don't think, because that's how authentic it looks. Like it doesn't look like it's from 2011. It's, like I said, it's shot on film, and the restoration is from the film elements, and yeah, it's just, Earl did an amazing job on knocking this out of the park, on getting to what I had in my head, but I didn't know how to kind of articulate sometimes. So.
Well, and in the trailer and in many of the shots of the film, I mean, I'll even show this one again. Like, this is very, like, taken specifically out of lots of Jolly films that you've seen, shots just like this. The way the trailer is cut, another great trailer cut by John Daly, Rock Chudson, just incredible way to get the tension for this movie across. I really hope the community at large is really excited about this, because not only is the film going to be great, the packaging going to be great, it's literally a passion project. This is something you've wanted to do for years. I mean, we first talked about this, God, almost a couple of years ago at this point, I think.
Yeah, we've had this under our belt for a while, but it took time to get everything kind of organized. And, we had it scheduled for TerraVision, and then, I don't know, we just kind of like thought about it more. And then we started talking about sub labels and like things we would do. And it's like, we had some of these giallos that we had signed, and I'm just like, shit, man, what if we just do this? Like, I feel like this is like, and plus this is like, these films are kind of like my life at this point. Like, I love giallo. If you go to my Letterboxd, I have a popular ranked giallo list of like several hundred films on there. Last Screening is number 3, by the way.
And that is why VA Werewolf figured this out, because you said it was 14 years in the making, and this was number 3 on the list from 14 years ago.
Yeah. So I just I love it. This is like top tier giallo for me. Can't replace the first one, which is, I believe, The Fifth Chord, which is my favorite. But maybe we could do that. I hope so. That'd be cool. Do a UHD of that. But anyways, like if like I said, if this does well, we can continue doing these and doing more. And I think this is giallo is a thing that's kind of like not universally accepted, but like normal Joe Schmoes that watch movies watch giallo. Like they know what it is because of Argento and stuff.
Their favorite one is Suspiria. Yeah.
But hey, here's the thing. As we know, Suspiria is not a giallo, but it would fit on the label. I if we did have Suspiria, I would put it on the label because it is influenced and inspired by that stuff, obviously by different elements, not so much storylines, because it's a fucking movie about witches. But again, there are some unique aspects to those types of movies. So like, I know that some people that knew what I was doing, we were talking about it. I was like, even something like, if we were even able to like get in the Warner Brothers like catalog, do something like Night School, with Rachel Ward. Like that's one of my also favorite giallos. Like, those things do have huge elements and influences to them. We'll probably get a lot of weird requests too. I see a lot of people confuse giallo. Yep. So probably don't request anything. Is Norbit a giallo? You know what? Wait, Norbit. Somebody mentioned Norbit in the Discord. Is that the same person?
That's the reference. Yes, that was the joke.
Fucking Norbit. If I hear it, I'm not gonna watch Norbit just based on. We're talking about Norbit during the last screening announcement. Jesus Christ.
By the way, the Discord's a big fan of in-joke, so I had to throw it up there. So right now, a couple of the teases for the future, 8 or 9 titles currently signed, more theoretically possible. At least one has never been released outside of its home country, and even then it was only a DVD, and it wasn't subtitled in English. That's coming eventually. There's going to be at least one UHD upgrade for something that was a Blu-ray previously. I think that's all we're teasing today, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of what's coming down the line. But again, like I said, if these do well, then we could have another one by the end of the year. Which I don't know, it's kind of a banger, to be honest with you. I almost debated starting with it because it's a little bit more well known, but I just couldn't do that to my baby for the last screening because I've been after this movie for so long, so it just kind of felt right. Plus, I wanted to do something where it's, this second one hasn't been. I don't think it's ever been on physical media in the U.S. I think it was overseas, in its home country.
Right. Well, and one thing, if I can gush for a moment, I tend to say this for some of my favorite people. I truly appreciate a lot of these boutiques that not only are curated, but genuinely come from a personal perspective. And Death Nerve Video is like the epitome of that. This is something that you have been doing behind the scenes for a long time, preparing for this, really loving this genre, and championing things like the last screening that literally it's nigh impossible to be able to see here. So these are the type of things that I get excited about. I hope people respond to, because it's, I don't know, it's kind of proof positive about the people behind these labels doing the things to put proper love and care into something that they care about. And usually that shows. I mean, when you're showing artwork like this and you have a story behind literally every single square millimeter on that artwork, that's gotta mean something. People should notice that this is something Brad has been, genuinely almost 2 years ago that you mentioned this for the first time, and just to see us finally announce it is so exciting.
Yeah, a long time coming. I'm reading the comments. People are excited. It's 81 minutes.
It's a big deal nowadays.
As a former theater manager and projectionist, I'm all in. Yeah, dude, it's like, aside from him killing people, it's pretty relatable on kind of like the death of film, like especially like at like when digital was like taking over. Like this is still in the early like parts of that, so I don't know, man. There's a little bit of that in there. You kind of like, I don't know, you kind of like vibe with the killer a little bit in the whole film front. But anyways, yeah, no music. That makes it more, yeah, dude. It's Brad, your voice is relaxing and distinct.
We don't read that comment. We don't read that comment.
The Last Matinee. Yeah, dude, I love Last Matinee. Appreciate all these comments. It's nice. Will all releases under this label have the yellow label on the top and bottom? They'll be identical, other than the text, of course, and the picture in the middle, and the sticker. Yeah, I do have bad weather.
On that note, let's go into Q&A stuff. I know that this has got to be something that people are excited about, want to ask some questions. Let's see some comments in the chat.
Yeah.
What's the ratio of neo giallo or giallo inspired to full on Italian giallo? Out of the first 8 or 9.
Oh, out of the ones that we have, I mean, all of them are. Yeah, all of them. The oldest one we have is, I forget what year it is, from the 80s. But it's a lot of the newer, like the newer Neo Geo, because that's like what I really wanted to do. Obviously some older stuff we're after too, but I did license a bunch of like newer stuff, like not new, but it's, you know, for the past like 20 years. So, oh, this person, okay, good. This hoax. God, I remember Brad hyping this up on the Screamcast. Yes, if you are a longtime Screamcast listener, I went ape shit over this fucking movie. Like a long time. I mean, I kept going. I didn't shut up about this movie for a long time. Is there any Q&A things I need to pay attention to?
No, I'll highlight them and say them if need be.
That's
we
right.
got...
Christian's doing this too.
Yes, this is on Christian's channel.
I'll look at the. Do you see Christian's things?
Yep, all of these will pop up as well. All the ones that you're seeing on the side are from every channel.
See this, Mike? Zombie is not a giallo. I love you, buddy.
I think that one was a joke there, Brad.
Oh, okay. Pink is a good color on Brad. Oh, that's Christian. Yes, it is. Is there no like other questions other than, is this the only?
Do you remember offhand what films from Hong Kong you would say qualify as a giallo?
Well, I don't want to say them because I don't want to give anything away.
Well,
so yeah,
I will keep my comment to myself too then.
Yeah, I don't want to give any away because like those are kind of untouched. So that's the main thing, is I'm very interested in bringing things that haven't had releases yet. You know, of course there'll be some upgrades and like stuff like that, but yeah, like I definitely want to focus on things that haven't had, because it's weird how they don't get released over here, right? Or they get like a not like a great release. There is I remember, I think Sony put out Piercing, and like there was not even a word muttered about that movie, and I was so upset because I saw it in the theater, and I'm like, oh my god, like they use music from they basically, I think it's like Deep Red. They take the soundtrack and it's in the movie, and Piercing was so good, and it just kind of went nowhere. It was very upsetting. So
it's not really giallo related, but somebody wants to know if there's any chance we could see TerrorVision release an Anthony Wong flick.
Yeah, I mean, possibly. I mean, I'm a big fan of the director, and he's got some killer films. I mean, there's like nothing, like when people ask those questions, there's not really too much that's off the table for TerrorVision, as far as like there's so many different things that, you know, kind of fit. And also, if we do sub labels, we can, you know, do different things as far as like things that are kind of outside the scope. I'm reading. Someone asked, Giallo from 2009. No. Because that movie is not good, even though I love Argento. I wouldn't put that out. No. Because the other part of this, again, and even though it's a sub-label, it goes into, we have to like the movie. I'm not gonna release a giallo because it's a giallo. Like I want to genuinely love the movie. Now, honestly, like my my barometer on liking stuff is, I guess, pretty low. Like I enjoy most things, so it's like hard for me to hate a lot of things. But yeah, I love so much, but I don't like that Adrian Brody Giallo movie at all.
Yeah, I think
It's
most
a
people
hard
would
watch.
agree with you.
Yeah, I do like. Do you like Hitchcock? But yeah.
Why don't we do this? How about some films that are extremely unlikely that we could ever license that would fit on this line that are not like the very obvious titles? What are some other ones that you love that would just be impossible to get? Must have been a decent question there. Either that or like, well, I kind of know
I
that
don't know
almost
how many
at this
things are
point,
off
like
the
almost,
table.
I was
I don't
about to
know
say,
how many.
almost nothing is impossible.
Yeah, I don't think I don't really think I don't like to think as impossible unless like it's just not doable. Like I was joking in our Discord about London After Midnight. Like I obviously can't put that out, but this had nothing to do with this Giallo label. But like I don't know. Like I seem to weasel my way into pretty much everything. Like I have a pretty good rapport with companies and people and producers and license holders and companies. Like I don't really have any trouble
Yeah.
at least getting answers. So I don't know. Like I, probably it'll never happen, but Suspiria, I would probably put on the label if we were able to do it, you know? But then probably hear an uproar of like, it's not a GL. I was like, yeah, I know. I didn't say it was. It's just, it fits the category of what we're
Right.
trying to do. Like it just, it feels more of a Death Nerve thing than television.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know unless there is something like, obviously, trying to think of like, I know Vinegar Syndrome did a Blade in the Dark UHD. You can't really, and that was like a tremendous, great release. Obviously, I can't do that because there's no way for me to beat that release. But I would put that up there in a heartbeat, because it is more kind of fronted slasher film, but there are a lot of elements to it of a giallo, especially kind of the like ferocity behind
Right.
like the kills and everything and its meanness, because I do kind of calculate that into giallo because there's many things. It's just not um like, is it a murder mystery or a who done it? Like
Right.
there's obviously there's a lot of things to calculate into what even Death Nerve classifies as what it could be on the label. But yeah, Blade in the Dark, I would say would be one.
And that's a good answer for one that's impossible because we
Yeah,
can't.
yeah.
Somebody else did
Plus,
it.
I would just never do it because like it's already had like this phenomenal release, so there's no point to doing it. But yeah, I mean there's just so much. I'm sure people are shooting things out that.
Let's answer Mike's question. Mike loves movies set in movie theaters. He likes Demons and Midnight Movie as two of his favorites. What are some other like lesser known ones that you would recommend that are movies set in movie theaters?
Movies set in movie theaters. It's a good question. Well,
Did you like Last Matinee that came out fairly
Yeah,
recently?
I love Last
It's
Matinee.
a good one, yeah.
Yeah. I well, I think I put in the description on the website that if you like Cinema Paradiso, you'll like the last screening. It's not a horror film, but it's the love of cinema, and it takes place mainly in it takes place a lot in a movie theater and outside
Right.
a movie theater. But movies set in movie theaters, I do like that, but I don't know how many are there? There's not a ton. I mean, the last Matinee, which we just discussed a million times. Am I just drawing a blank?
People are throwing out Tear in the Aisles, Popcorn, Anguish.
Oh yeah, Popcorn, Tear in the Aisles though. That's a compilation thing.
Yeah, it's not really.
Yeah, Anguish.
Look who's commenting here. Somebody that helped with one of our releases, Eugenio Ercolani's here, says the last screening sounds interesting.
Yeah, Eugenio did. I mean, he's obviously like producer extraordinaire, so he did a great job on helping me get some of these extras.
I'll agree with Joel Fisher, who is a Scarecrow video employee who's throwing out Closed Circuit from Severin. I think that movie's a masterpiece.
Oh yeah, dude. I didn't see Closed Circuit until Severin announced that. I love it. Well, this person said Moth and Head said House of Yellow Carpet, 100%. Like that is 100, not a theater movie, but I would do House of Yellow Carpet 100% on Death Nerve. I love that movie. It's so unique too. But yeah, there we go. We're getting some. Last Action Hero. I mean, it's not a lot in the theater, but it has such a charming feel to it. It's a childhood favorite movie.
Yeah.
I wanted to be that kid so bad.
Well, we've you've disappeared now. There you go. We've teased enough of what's coming up in the future. Next week.
Oh,
can you hear me? We're still live.
Oh, I can't hear you. Hurricane.
All hurricane.
This hurricane is 900 miles wide.
Can you hear me yet?
No? There we go. Now I hear you.
Okay. You want to maybe tease a little bit of what we're announcing next Friday for the 13 weeks of Halloween?
I know I wrote that down on that thing I sent you, but I forget what we're doing.
I believe it deals with some splatter.
Yeah. So week 4, I think we should only have one film, one item. We're trying to give people a break because the first 2 weeks were big, and we only did one this week because we really just wanted to spotlight.
Yeah, this is a big deal.
Yeah. So next week, I think we only have one movie, but it is a UHD Blu-ray CD deluxe box set, deluxe set, whatever we call them. The chunky.
To quote Christian, yes, the chunky boxes.
Christian? Oh, Planet C. Is it Planet? I always forget.
It's Planet CHH.
CHH. I always
Christian Hannah Horror is where that comes from.
I knew that was initials. Okay, I got to remember. Now I feel bad. CHH. I always say CCH. So.
As in Cheech Pounder.
Oh yeah, dude. She was in Naked Gun. I was so excited to see her show up in Naked Gun. My favorite role of hers is in Demon Knight. She's such a badass. She fucking offs herself with all those goddamn grenades.
My favorite role of hers is when Dennis mimics her on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. That's such a.
I've never seen that show, but
it's so funny.
Yeah.
So yeah, splatter comedy next week. Big chunky box. Big and this is one of the deluxe releases. 4K Blu-ray CD. Good extras. Booklet too, I believe, with that.
Yeah, booklet. It's got we shot a bunch of new extras. It has some archival stuff. It has the old master. It was never released on Blu-ray. I think it's only been on DVD in the United States, and I don't think it's been in Blu-ray or UHD. It's definitely not UHD, but no Blu-ray anywhere, I believe.
We're being asked if we want to reveal a decade it's from. I don't know if we're going that far with the teases.
What is it?
We're being asked what decade it's from, but I don't know if we're going that deep with the teases for this one.
No, I already said the year.
Oh, did you?
I think in the big tease. I think it came out in 2015. I think we already said the year. Because everybody thought it was Deathgasm.
And it's not. It is 2015. I just verified.
Yeah. It's not Deathgasm. Be cool. I'm seeing
Christian
Death
wants to
Cab
know.
next
Christian wants to know if we can name the key grip of the movie.
the key grip on the movie.
If you pulled that out of nowhere, would be hilarious.
No, I don't know the key grip. I do reach out to grips though, when we're doing extras because they do like a lot of the scheduling and stuff like that. So,
anything else before we play the trailer one last time for this last?
No, I hope that you take this this ride with us for these Giallo films because, like I said, if this does well, it's all. Oh, look, Ryan's actually.
That was me, Brad.
Oh, that's you. I thought it was Ryan. Ryan can't be here. He's not feeling too well. He was in the hospital in L.A. He went to L.A. and then he ended up in the hospital. He's on the mend, so let's wish him some hugs and kisses to make him feel a little bit better. He's just been eating baby food. That's all he's allowed to have. So he sent me pictures of him in the hospital bed to show on the stream, but I didn't want to do that.
Thank you. Good job.
All
right.
But yeah, that's I hope people kind of gravitate towards it, and I know that sometimes with sub labels, people like are maybe a little turned off by kind of the history of things, but this is hyper focused. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a collect all or a let's put it on here because it's it has a red light at one point in the back, so it's a Giallo. Like we're not going to do anything stupid.
Some dude wears a black glove for 3 seconds. It's a
Giallo.
Yeah,
he puts on black gloves to ride a motorcycle or his moped. No, we're not. It's nothing like that. They're going to be like authentic, or I'll have an argument to the death.
Yeah.
If you disagree. So, anyways.
All right. So to sum up the things that we revealed for Death Nerve Video today. Death Nerve Video is a new sublabel under TerrorVision that is focused on Giallo and Neo-Giallo films. Our first title is The Last Screening from 2011. It's a French film that has not gotten any release in the United States ever, not even on streaming. This is a pretty big deal on that front, and it is... we got plenty of extras. You can check it out now. All of the slipcovers for this line are going to be stylized in this very Giallo pulp book focused art style. They're going to be beautiful. And then we tease next week is a splatter comedy film coming next Friday for the 4th week in the 13 weeks of Halloween. Brad, thanks for hanging out. Anything else?
Other than if you're buying stuff for 13 weeks, you can use the code COMBINE, all caps.
COMBINE, not BINED. Just combine, not combine.
Combine. Use it for the 13 weeks to save some money. That's it.
All right. Once again, here's the trailer for The Last Screening. Have a good night. Everybody be safe this weekend. See ya. Maybe. Here we go. Press the button.
It's going to work.
Oui, bonjour, c'est Sylvain Tarnier, le programmateur de l'Empire. Mais qu'est-ce que vous racontez? Non, le cinéma ferme pas, non?
C'est une belle salle.
Ah oui, mais c'est plus rentable.
Pour lui, il y a plus fort. Plus fort que l'amour, plus fort que la vie. Le spectacle. Et pour le spectacle, il est prêt à tout sacrifier.
Le cinéma, tu passes ta vie. Pour une fois, tu peux bien l'abandonner un peu.
Princesse de la rue, sois la bienvenue dans mon cœur blessé.
Fait-moi 100 ans que je suis pas venu ici.
Les escaliers de la butte sont durs aux miséreux.
C'est une très belle copie. Les couleurs d'origine ont été restaurées.
Mais voilà qu'il flotte, la lune s'étroite, la princesse aussi. Sous le ciel sans lune, je pleure à la brume.
J'ai tout de suite vu que t'étais généreux. Tes yeux ne trompent pas.